Hello, Mr. Yusef, is it? So, as you know, when you were admitted to hospital, we performed a series of blood tests. Now, we have the result for those tests right now. One of those was the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, and we also have the result for that particular test in your case. Now, the blood result in your particular case for HIV was negative. That is how I found out that I don't have HIV. Thanks for dragging it out. I fooled you with my disguise. It is in fact not the doctor. It is me, Yusef. Thank you very much for your messages so far about Project Swole. Most of the comments have been about my beard, but still very nice regardless, and I hope some of you are recovering from Christmas so far. Had a few messages of people who are doing the program. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out video number 2 where I give you the full program and free download, and people making some gains. So it's slowly happening. Now, while I was in hospital, I actually ended up, I told you I had a nightmare, I ended up with a nerve root compression as well. So my theory is I've got an existing disc herniation, and just being in a pro-inflammatory state, being ill, worsens that, and now I currently can't extend my left foot and I can't feel my left leg. It just feels like sellotape is all over it. So as a result, understandably, there's going to be a lot of anxiety that comes up, and I went on a meditation retreat for 10 days straight afterwards, and it was actually excellent timing. It was the perfect time to incubate that anxiety and alchemize it into something better. So I'm not going to talk about that at length. There is a full podcast on that with 2 other post 10-day retreat graduates, David and Al. Oh dear, and Jonny and Chris as well. So check out that podcast, propanefitness.com/retreat. I'm going to post the link below. Anyway, today's video, apart from how I found out that I don't have AIDS, in the Jeremy Kyle style, is a question that I'm getting a lot, which is what supplements are you taking in your recovery? Now, really, it's not that important a question. I think if you've followed us for some time, you'll know that supplements are really the tip of the iceberg. They're not that important as a thing. However, they do fit a role in the whole process, and it's worth discussing. So the main focus of the supplements that I'm taking right now is recovery and sleep. The reason for that is that after a period of illness or just instability, you need to be able to recover from that and prioritize it. And it's really the part of the big 3 of training, nutrition, and recovery that people don't take very seriously. You might have someone who's training with a great amount of volume and hitting their macros every day, but they're sleeping 5-6 hours a night. And that's really going to hamper your progress. So what I am taking right now is a lot of stuff to help with sleep. Number 1, magnesium spray. I haven't actually got the bottle of this because I've lent it to Chris after he wrecked his back. But magnesium spray combined with ZMA, if you can see it there, zinc and magnesium aspartate. You don't need to get the patented version. You can get a generic brand. And what that does is, first of all, help you to induce sleep more through the night. But also, if you're deficient in zinc or magnesium, that can have an impact on your testosterone, which can also impact your recovery. So if you find that you are deficient or you're not waking up with morning wood every day, then try ZMA, see if it impacts the frequency of morning wood, and that's a good indicator as to whether you are deficient or not. The other thing is a probiotic. Again, I'm not affiliated with bulk powders. I just thought this was the best one that I could find online for the cheapest price. It's got a decent dose of several different types of bacteria in there, as well as some digestive enzymes and things as well. So reason for that is, having been treated with antibiotics and having a bit of a bowel nightmare over the last few weeks, it's worth just getting your gut back into the shape that it should be. Another thing that you can do occasionally, throwing these around, is melatonin. Melatonin's not one that I would recommend for long-term use or using it daily. It's something that maybe twice a week if you ever need to reset your sleep schedule, or if you slept, if you've stayed out particularly late one night, you need to reset your schedule. What the data suggests is that melatonin reduces the need for sleep by around 1 hour. So that's pretty good, but you can develop a reliance on it. So I think maximum twice a week. Also, the optimal dose seems to be lower than what the typical dose that they sell is. So 1 milligram is kind of the sweet spot, really. So these are 2.5 milligrams. You can split them into 4, and you've got much more bang for your buck, really. 100 lozenges turns into 400 doses, so that's going to last you a hell of a long time. My lady friend got me this as well, which is very sweet. So that's like a lavender spray that you can put on your pillow. Anything that you can do to just improve your sleep ritual and make it as consistent as possible. And we've got a full video on that. I'll put the link in the link below about that bedtime routine and morning routine. Finally, something that I am obsessed with right now is an app called Pzizz. Now, Pzizz is that, so P-Z-I-Z-Z, maybe you'd pronounce it differently, and this allows you to sleep, nap, and focus. You set the time, and it has a man with a delightfully soothing voice to guide you into sleep. And yeah, find that you sleep like an absolute log, especially from the kind of Pavlovian conditioning that as soon as you hear the guy's voice, you're just out. So definitely get that. There's a free version which has everything that you need, really. I got the paid version just because I'm a sucker for the pitch that they sent me, but free version has all of the functionality. So download that for Android or iPhone. And that is it for supplements. Apart from that, multivitamin, creatine, vitamin D, the standard ones, and whey, if you'd count that as a supplement, but really we would categorize that as a food because it's a macro. All right, so that's it for the answer of what supplements am I taking and how I found out that I don't have AIDS. Tune in next week to find out what I'm doing with my diet specifically and how you can recover from the Christmas blowout period while staying lean, and also some other insights and tips to recover from the Christmas period in general. If you want further guidance, or if you want us to personally take you through this whole process, then you can book in a call using the link below. So there's going to be a few resources in the comments below that you can check out. All right, guys, speak to you next week. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.